Greetings and welcome back to another Fake Random video. It is time. She is finally here. Little Jalter Lily is finally showing up on the global side, and with her actually come a couple of interesting surprises. Now, we did get this event, or at least we're getting it 2 days earlier than JP did, but that's not important. What is important is, what are we getting? Well, aside from getting her as a free servant, as long as you can go through the event and you get her summoning requirement tickets and her ascension materials and everything else, you'll be able to get her. However, that is not all. That is because we are also getting Ishtar finally, for some odd reason. I do not know why. Now, as you can see, she was supposed to appear first in Babylon. I don't know why she's appearing right now, but I guess it's just a way to make you waste tickets. So yeah, so she's also showing up. So what is... Let's see, so how can we classify her? Well, why don't we go to actually her wiki page and see what we can see about her, shall we? And about the event in general. Okay, so here we go. Now, this event is going to be very similar to the one we had last year with Jalter, in that it's going to involve gathering a bunch of stuff in order to actually get Jalter Lily, and then you're going to have to go through a lottery at least 4 times in order to get her ascension materials, and so on and so forth. So, let's take a look, shall we? First, the event guide. As you can see, as last year, the story scenario or missions are going to unlock day by day up to the December 7th, which is when the event... I'm not sure it ends. We should have at least a couple of days before it ends. But anyway, the important part is this, the event servants. Now, as you can see, they decided to be a little on the prick side again and made it so that only 2 5-star servants and Jalter herself grant bonus to whatever this is. Some type of cake, pudding, or something else. Luckily, the others have a slightly more access to servants. Unfortunately, here, yeah, not fun there. But anyway, so what about this lottery? What can we expect from the lottery? Well, let's take a look at the lottery info, shall we? So as you can see, we're going to be trying to get stockings from the lottery, as you can see here. And as you can see, we need 4 of these little... goes Ray dolls in order to ascend Lily. We also need the tickets to summon her copies. And then, of course, we get the crystallized lore. And from 7 onward, we get pretty much what is standard, which is experience cards, gems, and all that other good stuff. So let's take a look at the actual events, shall we? Let's see. By the way, we are also getting this very particular essence, which is not bad, actually. You can get it, all 5 copies. Unfortunately, as is with many of these event essences, you need to be lucky with 1 drop, so be prepared to waste a lot of golden apples in order to get your 5th copy of this essence, because it really isn't that bad. At maximum limit break, which is what you want to do, starting people with 50%, not bad. Increases critical damage by 50%, and increases MP damage by 15%. So who is this for? Well, aside from Jalter, who's actually on the image, this is for anybody that, or anybody that can focus on dealing critical hits. That is Jack the Ripper, Nobunaga, even some agility-focused servants like Kuchulain might benefit from it. And the fact that you also start with an MP cost at 50% is definitely not bad. Outside of that, we also get, let's see, how much attack does it give? Starts at 500 and maxes at 2,000. However, getting anything at 2 to maximum attack is very, very difficult. It takes so much experience, it's almost insane. Now let's go take a look at the actual event, shall we? Okay, here we go. Let's see. So, nothing too difficult there. Nothing too difficult there. Yeah, 48,000. But Berserker, really not that bad. Let's see. Okay, so these are the noble drops. Okay. Very interesting there. Okay, so far this is good. Snowstorms, snowflakes. Oh yeah, there we go. Large snowflakes. Okay, so obviously... Okay, let's see how difficult it is. 14,000, that's not too bad. Strawberry Dragon, okay. 80,000, okay, so bringing an assassin is not bad. Definitely. So Caesar Asters, that's ultra right, okay. Okay, bringing in a couple of assassins to this when... is the best way to farm from what I can see, especially since you're dealing with mostly riders. And Berserkers, although the Giant Snowmans and Helter Skelter might be difficult, but it's only 14,000 HP, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So getting the little stockings that we need for the lottery should not be too much of a problem, especially since the Jalter essence that we just had increases it by 1 plus 2, so yeah. Now let's take a look at Lily herself, shall we? So what do we have? Let's see, we have a double quick art and double buster deck, so probably designed to semi-charge her Noble Phantasm, but mostly focusing on buster cards. Although having 9,000 attack base is not particularly high, it should be decent enough. So let's see, skills. Recovers 1 HP by 1 to 3,000, not bad. Increases their critical star generation rate by 30%. That's not too bad, because if you... Oh, actually, that's actually perfect for the final farming level, because you're taking along Jack. And Jack is an assassin that will deal with all those riders, and she relies on generating lots of critical stars, so this is actually a nice skill to go with Jack. Now, second skill, self-upheaval. Charge in the V by 20%, okay? And increase on debuff resistance. Right, you can leave the skill at level 1 and not be a problem. Debuff resistance really isn't an issue so far, so yeah, you can leave this at level 1. 20% MP charge is definitely good for a random skill. And increase own buster performance for 1 turn. 35 to 55, not bad. Grants self invincibility for 1 turn, good. And deals 1,200 damage, but she cannot kill herself. Right. So here's the thing. Her Noble Phantasm is a buster that actually heals. No, actually, I think increases. So, deals damage to all enemies. And since it's going to be level 5 because of all the copies, it's 500% damage, so it's an okay amount. And increases party's attack for 1 turn. Okay, a little bit of support there, good. And increases party's healing received. For 1 turn, okay, so what can we do with this? Unfortunately, because this only lasts for 1 turn, that's not actually that useful, unfortunately. Because this means you need to pair her up with another Noble Phantasm that heals. And who heals? Who heals? I think only Irie heals with her Noble Phantasm, which is what you would, in theory, rely on. But then it would only be at 20% because of the charge. So, a very odd Noble Phantasm there. I don't think there's many that actually heal. But anyway, she's a decent character enough. If you're like an 4-star Lancer like many are, then she's definitely worth getting onto your team. And being a free servant, that means you can max out her stats in Noble Phantasm to make her even more useful. And now let's go to what I've been waiting for the last 1.5 years, and that is Ishtar herself. So let's see. So right off the bat, she's a limited servant, so if you don't pull her now, you will have a couple more chances during the New Year Summon and End Year Summon campaigns. I don't know if she'll be available in all of them because, yeah. But anyway, let's take a look. 12,000 attack power, yeah. Very nice. And 14,000 HP, that's not too bad. Add up the foes, and that's 15,000 HP and 13,000 attack, so not too bad. Double Watch Stubber Buster, this is exactly what you want to see. Very nice for charging up her Noble Phantasm, and for maximum damage for when you need to kill something. And 7 hits on her extra attack card is not bad at all. 4 on her arts, okay, good. That means she shouldn't have too much of a trouble in charging her Noble Phantasm. And yeah, so 45% charge per attack, and not counting the arts bonus. So it can cost her a little bit to charge her up, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, skills. Increases party's attack for 3 turns, and increases party's critical damage for 3 turns. Okay. The amount isn't particularly high, but it does go down to a 5-turn recharge, which is not too bad. 30% attack isn't too high, but that is, I believe, what most of the skills that increase attack are actually based on. And critical damage, it's okay, I guess. But it's always useful for those random crits that win you the game. Now, second skill. Charges on MP guards 30 to 50. Okay, so this you absolutely want to max out. 80% chance to grant self-invincibility for 1 turn. And 80% chance to grant self-pierce invincibility for 1 turn. Okay, so there's a high chance that she'll become invincible for 1 turn, and high chance that she will pierce invincibility. That includes invincible and, I believe, evasion. So yeah, this is definitely good. You want to max out, and at 6 turns cooldown, that is not too bad. Use it at the very first turn. Launch a Noble Phantasm, and then by the time you're at the 3rd wave, you should have her ready to use it again, or at least a couple turns away. So not a bad skill, definitely. Gain self-delay buff with increased own attack by a whopping amount next turn. Okay. And a 3-turn cooldown on rank 10. Okay. So this is where she gets tricky, because you need to either sacrifice this turn's Noble Phantasm to launch it next turn to have maximum damage, Or hope that you can charge it next turn after you use it, and hopefully you actually get to launch it next turn. Okay, so an interesting skill, but you actually want to level it up to get the cooldown down to 3 turns. That's by far the most important part. Now, passives. Debuff resistance, not bad. Increase on critical damage, interesting. And increase on damage by 225% and increase on debuff resistance by 22. Okay, so she, right off the bat, has a 44.5% increase in debuff resistance. Let's see, death rate and be charged, enter, okay. So that's not bad. Now, Noble Phantasm. Mountain Range Shaking Firewood of Venus. What? Anyway, Buster style, so yeah. Deals damage to all enemies at 3 to 500%. Good. Increase on Buster performance activates first. Okay, so 20. Wow, look at this jump. 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Right, the only way you can get this amount is by charging it naturally to 300% and having her be the final part of a chain. So if you can pull that off, that's a whopping amount of damage you're going to deal. But that is a little bit tricky on her because of the low amount of MP charge she has. But an AoE Noble Phantasm with Buster that we can actually use her together with Nobunaga for a double Buster Noble Phantasm. And is Emiya's also a Buster? I think it is. So those 3 together could definitely deal a lot of damage. Now let's see, Ascension. Yeah, okay. So good thing I've been farming a lot of these recently. And Skill Ascension. Ouch! This right here. Ow! That is a lot. So yeah, that is 15, 30, 45 magic lamps just to raise her skills to level 10. Right, and how many were we going to raise? So that's 1, that's 2. So all 3 skills technically. So yeah, that's gonna, hopefully you have 45 magical lamps. I think I barely have enough of them. But yeah, that is Ishtar. So definitely one of the stronger archers in the game. Being 5-star helps her a lot. But also being Buster focused and having 2 arch cards in her deck definitely helps her all along. So yeah, this is the Christmas event for this year. I gotta say, pretty much exactly what we were expecting for another Christmas event. This is a bit of a kick in the behind because you need 5 stars to farm this efficiently and 5 stars to farm this efficiently. So yeah, fun. But let's take a see. Events, craft essences. Oh yeah, that's the only one so far. Now let's see. Summoning campaign. Here we go. More essences. Let's see. Increases units quick and arch performance by 10% and increase MP performance by 10%. Makes sense since that's Jack and Nalus right there, and Jack is quick and Nalus is based on arts. Okay. Holy Night of Learning. Increase MP generation by 50% and MP performance. Okay, this is not bad. Give that to somebody that charges their MP very, very quickly, and that is not a bad craft essence right there. And let's see, increase defense by 3%, damage cut 100. Damage cut 100. I'm going to assume that's going to go up to at least 150 or 200. Yeah, 200. Okay, that is not too bad. If you give that to a ruler class, then that can definitely cut down on a lot of damage. Now, what else do we have here? Let's see. Free quest. No, main quest. That's a story quest. She's obviously helping us along. Let's see. Event shop. Let's see. What do we need? Okay, so we need 50 of these log things. That shouldn't be too hard. And you need the ticket from the 5th lottery to get her permanently. Then fruitcake. This is the one that's difficult to farm. Okay, that also gives 2 of those. Golden statue scarabs. Okay, because you need some of those. Horns, mana. Okay, but that's 3,000 of them. Let's see. I think I only have Jean, so that's only going to give me a +1. So that's going to be a whack to farm. And then here we go. Strawberry shortcake from what I can see. Oh, and you can actually trade them up from what I can see. Huh. And cheesecake, yeah, okay, so 10 to 1, so very inefficient, so trying to avoid that. Then we've got some super ascension materials, okay. So far, yeah, pretty much a standard event, but the fact that Ishtar is showing up, and I wasn't expecting it to show up yet, I think I am 10 away from getting 180 quartz to try and get her. Hopefully I get her. Unfortunately, when I threw like over 300 quartz to Ilya, she refused to appear. But yeah, so good luck to you if you're after Ishtar just like I am. And Jean Lily, yeah, definitely get her. Buster Lancer Servant could definitely come in useful in the future, especially considering that in Babylon we will also get a 3-star Lancer. And I think, is there a Buster Focus Lancer that I can think of? Okay, let's see. There's Scathex or no. Tamamo, I think, is a Buster Lancer, so she can play well with Lily here. Who else? Oh, Elizabeth as well, obviously. That's the 3rd Buster Lancer we have there, so finally putting all 3 of those together, definitely worth it, especially since all 3 of them have support skills. But yeah, there we go. 2018 Christmas event, definitely going to be a pain in the butt to get everything, but hopefully you have luck with your St. Court summons, and hopefully you can actually go get Lily yourself. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time, and good luck.